Find angles X and Y below. Now, for us to find this angle, the first thing I'd like us to look at is these 2 points D and E. Point D and E. Okay, before these 2 points, let's try and see if we can get this angle. Yes, it is possible to get this angle. If you look at this angle, you agree with me that with respect to this triangle HEF, this angle and this one together are the opposite interior angles of this exterior angle. Don't forget, this line HE is extended outward to form this exterior angle. So you agree with me that this 75-degree and the angle here together are the opposite interior angles of this exterior angle. So the rule to apply there is, or the theorem to apply is that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So if this is 100, then to get this, we simply say 100 minus 75. And that will give us this angle here as 25 degree. So 25 degree. That's the value of this angle. Now, let's come back to the points D and E. I have from these 2 points, I have this line coming from D to F at the circumference and from E to F at the circumference. Together, the two lines form this 25 degree that we just obtained now. Then using the same point D and E, you agree with me that I have another pairs of line going to C at the circumference, and from D, another line going to C at the circumference, and the two lines form this angle Y. Then you agree with me that the theorem to apply is that angle in the same segment are equal because they are coming from the same point. I have a pair to this circumference here to form 25 and another pair at this Y here to form angle Y. So we can now conclude that Y is equal to 25 degree. And the reason is that angle in the same segment are equal. Angles in the same segment. Now, the next thing I want us to look at now is how to find the value of X. Now, this is 70 degree. From G and F, I have these 2 points forming 70 degree at the center. Using G and F now, you can see this line going to the center and this one also to the center. And the two angles, the two lines form this 70 degree at the center. In the same way, I have another line going to the circumference, and from F, I also have another line going to the circumference. And together, the two lines give us this 70, the two lines together form this angle here. Don't forget, from G and F, this one goes to the center to form 70 degree. From the same G and F, I have this one going to the circumference at D to form this angle. So the theorem to apply is that angle at the center is twice that at the circumference. So if we know this one at the center as 70 degree, then to get this one at the circumference, we are simply going to say 70 divided by 2. And that will give us this angle at the circumference as 35 degree. 70 divided by 2 will give us 35 degree. Now again, let's look at this angle 100 degree here. If you look at this, I have this line extended outward to form 100 degree as the exterior angle. So you also agree with me that this exterior angle 100 will be equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles of this triangle. Hope you are getting it. Let me call this point P. Let's call this point P now. So this angle at this point P, along with this 35 degree, together are the two opposite interior angles that sum up to give us this exterior angle, 100 degrees. So if this is 35, this angle is 35, to get this other one, we are simply going to say 100 minus 35. And 100 minus 35 is going to give us this angle as 65 degree. So this angle is 65 degree, this angle here. Then now, let's look at this angle here. Using point C and F, I have these two lines going to the circumference here, and then this line to the circumference. Together they form this 75 degree. In the same way, I have this line from here to the center, and then this from here to the center, using the same point C and F. So a pair of line goes to the circumference to form 75. From the same point C and F, another pair goes to the center to form this full angle at the center. So you agree with me that angle at center is twice that at the circumference. So the whole of this angle here will be 75 times 2. That will give us this angle at the center. So 75 times 2 is going to give us 150. But a portion of the 150 is already 70. So this remaining portion now will be 150 minus 70. 150 minus 70 is going to give us 80. So this other part of the center angle is 80 degree. So that 80 plus 70 will give us 150, which is twice this angle at the circumference. Now, don't forget that we have obtained this angle as 65. Hope you are getting that now. Angle at 65 here. Then don't forget that vertically opposite angles are equal. Two angles that are facing each other, they are equal. So if this is 65, then this angle here is also 65. So this is also 65 degree, this angle here, because vertically opposite angles are equal. Now, let's come to this straight line. Don't forget, this is a straight line. This is a straight line. So if this is 80, then this remaining angle on the straight line can be obtained, because sum of angles on a straight line is 180. So if this is 80, then this other part of the straight line will be 100 degrees. Hope you are seeing that. So this is 100 degrees and this is 80. So that sum of angles on the straight line is 180. Now, I can now use triangle CPO. Hope you are seeing that. Triangle CPO. With respect to triangle CPO, I already have this angle here as 65. See it here, 65. Because vertically opposite angles are equal. So I already have 65. Then plus the second angle is angle X. So I call it X. And the third angle is this 100 degree that we just obtained. And don't forget 80 and this 100 together form 180. So this angle is 100. So the three angles of this triangle, which is X and 65 and 100 now, that's plus 100, all together will give us 180, because sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So I can simply leave my X on this side and say it's equal to 180 is already on this side of the triangle. 65 plus 100 is 165. When it comes to this side, it becomes negative, because on this side is positive. When it comes to this side, it becomes negative 165. And from there, finally, I can obtain the value of angle X as 15 degree. 180 minus 165 is 15 degree as the value of angle X. So we can now conclude that angle Y is 25 degree as obtained before, and angle X is 15 degree as our final answer. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.